you can make buttons a lot more easier for the whole team to use, right? You can have a lot of variations of buttons, and today we're going to see how we're going to put that button into one asset library, right? So one asset library, how we're going to do it is we're going to create components and we're going to group that as variations of buttons, and together is how we're going to create an asset, right? So guys, to start off today, let me just change this to day, right? And for this button topic, right, I will be taking a very small frame, normal frame. So before we get into the frame, let me click on button. So I want to show you different variations and how to create a component, as you know. So for creating a button, we're going to use the same frame. So here, and using this assets, you can create a design system of your own. You can create your own design system, how your buttons must be. So your design comes from a design system, right? So it makes things more structured and easy. So for that, first I'll create this, right? This first button, and this will be a primary button, I'd say. And let me make this like a different property values, button, right? Button, and I'm going to make it squared, right? And then I'm going to make this blue, right? This is going to be a blue button, and this will be default, right? So we got one button done. So I'm going to click on this text and I'm going to write button. So as simple as that. Fine. I'm going to make it blue color. Click it blue. This is a regular blue button, right? Normal blue button, or yeah, let it be a regular blue button. And the next thing what we're gonna do is I'm gonna change this font to Poppins and give it a size of 24, I would say, and done. Voila! So we got a button here. The next we are gonna have is I'm gonna copy this and paste this here. So here I'm gonna make this semi-rounded, and let me make this pink. Semi-rounded would be around, say, 20. Let's do around 10. Now you can see it's a bit rounded in the edges. Give good spacing for all of these. Pink. So let me make this button a good pink. Right, I got this pink, and give this a whole white. You got a pink button. Then you will have the fully rounded button. For that, Control C and Control V. Right, I'm gonna give this a 50, fully rounded button, and rounded. And let me give this, I think, yellow. And then this is gonna be the default for the yellow. Right, so the next thing we have here is, so we're gonna create 3 different buttons, right? So I'm gonna copy this button, paste this button. So one will be for hover, one will be for, say, clicked. So now want to rename this. So this will be hover. So this will be clicked. So when you hover, I want this color to become lighter or different blue. Go to lighter blue. Right? When it's clicked, I would like to change the color altogether. Go for a darker blue and make this white. Same thing here. I will get 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna get this 3 buttons. So for my first button, I'm gonna make it lighter. And when it's clicked, I will get it to this color. I mean darker, it gets darker, lighter. And then here, I'm gonna copy this 1, 2, right? Same thing. So this will be hover again, and this will be clicked. Right, default, and this will be hover again. This will be having a different yellow, and this would be having a bit of this orangish tint. It's white. So we have created these button variations. So then what we're going to do, I'm going to catch all of this, Control Alt K. This all became one component, I guess. Okay, no, this is not what I was looking for. So I'm going to Control Alt K each. So all of these are going to be components. There are better ways, but just doing so. Control Alt K, or you can click right clicks and you can click on create components. Create component. Create a component. So I prefer Control Alt K and Control Alt K. Right. So this is created. So I'm going to take all of these buttons and combine it as variants. Okay. So this is going to be the edges. This property is going to be known as color, and this will be state. These are the properties. Fine. I'm going to combine these two also. All three combine as variants. So edges as for this one, edges color state, right? So edges color and state. So you don't have to create separate states every time. So here what I've done is simple. I have just already created components, separate components. Then I use slashes to actually segregate them, and then in the end when I combine them, they all come together as one unison, right? Then here again combine as variants. So this will be edges, yeah. Then this will be color. This will be state, right? Then again what I'll do is, you can't combine them as variants because I do not need to. So this will be my button, right? This is one option, or the other option is you can combine all three. So I'll have separate buttons here for a reason. So this is one way, and then you click on prototype here. Okay, so now here I'm going to rename this. So this will be button 1, this will be button 2, and button 3. So you got 3 button types. So you come here to the asset column and you come here. So what is the day we're using? Day 83 button, right? So you're going to click on this. I'm going to drag this button here first. See, it comes to the same side as this. You're going to drag this button also here. And you're going to drag this button as well. I want to click on start. All right, so let's see how this looks. Right, see how it looks. Let it load. Yeah, so you can see this is the different buttons. And the next thing you're going to be doing is I'm going to show you how it will change according to the state. So here you can click squared, edges, you have blue, states you have hover, and clicked. Example. So these are the ones, right? So next, what we're going to do is we're going to create animations. So I'm just going to click on this, click on prototype tab here, and I'm going to go from this state, this one to this on while hovering, and from here to here on click, then from here to back to top on click, right? The same I will be following here as well, on while hovering, then from here to here on click, and from here to here on click. Same while hovering, and then on click, right? Now I'm gonna make it smart animate. Let me make this smart animate. Smart animate and smart animate. So you'll see the because smart animate makes it look good, right? All right, and the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to do it dissolve. You'll be able to see the differences. So I'm going to do this also as dissolve, and this one in the end also as dissolve. Okay. So we got all this. I'm going to get this back to click or default state. So I'll come here. You can see how this moves. Look at this. See? And then when I click again, click again, click, 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 click. So guys, you see how we can use components to create simple animations. So I can get multiple buttons like this. So I can create one more button here, and I can just make this like Ganesh. So the name of the button is Ganesh. So has the same property. You can have the font as you like. So you got it, guys. So how we have different buttons, how we can use the various buttons to make it better. All right. So today's session is more about how you create variants and how you can use variants to create inner animations. So that makes your asset library or for your team to work on it a lot easier. Okay, Yeah. So thank you guys for checking out today's daily UI, and hope you guys learned something really amazing today because I had really fun, and I know you guys.